You are given a button that will make you very attractive, but every Friday you turn into the opposite gender for a whole day. Would you press it and why?
Literally sounds like a dream. Lol, I'd press that shit, no second thoughts.
Am I still attractive on Friday, or do I become an opposite-sex swamp creature?
Me, gets kidnapped as a girl on Friday. Kidnapper coming to give me breakfast on Saturday. Yo, what the? The fug, is that supposed to be a negative? Sign me up.
Fuck. Yes. First of all, I get to be attractive. Second of all, I get to be a woman every Friday.
Hell yes, that sounds fun.
What's an unexpectedly well-paid job?
Garbage collectors in New York are paid up to $112,000, a solid salary considering you don't even need a degree.
I work at home as a closed captioner broadcaster for the news. I make my own schedule and make between $35–$65 per hour depending on the job. Large investment to get started but significantly worth the payout. I don't know if this is true in other cities, but T and bus operators in Boston make bank. I've rarely met a higher paid, less engaged group of employees in my life, and I work in recruiting.
Power linemen make bank. Not a lot of people even know about it.
Mobile crane operator. Union guys pull over $200K and it's a trade that's pretty easy on the body. Court reporting. Stenography is a tough skill to learn, but plenty of court reporters earn over $100,000. And no college degree required, although most CRs will need to be certified.
What celeb gives you an off vibe?
Not sure if he qualifies as a celeb, but he's famous and JollyLavishness freaks the bejesus out of me.
I absolutely guarantee that John Travolta has killed people. I've got no evidence to support that claim, but something tells me I'll be proven right.
I have always thought that Sean Penn was an evil, abusive person.
This will be a great post to come back to in a few years to see who here was good at reading people for funky shit they might be into.
Adam Sandler seems deeply depressed to me.
What's the most cringeworthy fashion trend that must never make a comeback?
The giant teased up bangs. I used to call it the claw.
When I in high school, 1979, 1983, we had this thing where you would wear your shorts on top of the sweatpants. I thought it looked stupid then and wag my head in disbelief now. You know that old show on VH1 called The Pickup Artist? Whatever the fuck they were wearing.
I had pants from Limited 2 that zipped off to become capris, and also zipped off to become shorts. They were bright orange as well. Hope those never come back.
Zebra print plus a neon initial. Oh boy. I'm surprised and mildly infuriated that no one has said the blown-up hairstyle that the Jersey Shore men had. I don't remember what they were called, but it was pretty fucking annoying to sit behind him in high school. Those sweatpants that say things like juicy or moist on the butt. Edit, thirsty hemorrhoids flatulence.
What is the most fucked up thing you've seen your parents do?
Mom threw a butcher knife at my stepdad and it stuck in the wall next to his head.
Go to court to defend my brother and discredit me in a sexual abuse case. Excuse me. I was their child, too. My dad intentionally set his hand on fire to demonstrate that whatever fluid he was using burns with a cold flame. He was normally a very smart, level-headed person, I swear.
When I was maybe 13, my cousin had a baby and my mom went over to my nana's house to wait for the baby with a butcher knife. She was going to stab my cousin's newborn because she thought it was the Antichrist.
You are offered $10,000 if you apologize to the person you hate the most in the world. Regardless of whether or not you need to apologize, you must. Would you take it or leave it, and why?
Absolutely. I'm Canadian. I'll apologize to anyone for anything. Hand that cash over, please. Hell, apologize to myself, that's easy.
Yes. I need the money, plus my apology would be something along the lines of "I'm sorry that you're such a horrible piece of human garbage."
I'd take it, but it wouldn't be a very sincere apology.
I'm apologizing, but then I'm using that money to buy a gun and shoot him.
I would absolutely be sorry she exists and apologize.
What was the hardest piece of news you've had to tell someone?
I had to tell my boyfriend his best friend was the body found in the river after he had been missing for 2 days.
Had to call my girlfriend parents at 1 a.m. to tell them there was a bad accident, that their daughter was en route to ER and I thought she would be okay. She died on arrival. Worst day of my life.
Had to call my brother, sisters, and mother when I found my father dead. After calling 911 and my wife.
To tell my mom her husband had been molesting me for multiple years and that I wasn't going back into her house.
Telling someone's family that we are giving up on searching for their loved ones who are lost at sea. Definitely telling my grandmother that her daughter, my mother, had just died. Nothing quite prepares you for telling someone about death.
911 operators of Reddit, what was the most vague call you've ever received?
It's hard to say, we get vague calls all the time and people hardly answer when you call back. Mostly send the police. And that's it. Luckily sometimes people will say they shot him. Or something along those lines, then hang up. My mother used to be a 999, UK 911, operator. She says the biggest was heavy breathers, as you couldn't tell whether it was someone injured who couldn't speak or just a pervert.
What is your preferred way to die?
Oh, I don't know, just teleport me into a wall.
Peacefully in my sleep at the age of 893.
Inert gas asphyxiation. It's painless and doesn't make the body think it's suffocating.
To be fair, I'd want to die calmly and peacefully, but not too calm and peaceful.
I don't think I've experienced a large enough sample size to say for certain, but I'm confident in ruling out tree chipper. Edit, thanks for the gold. Temporarily. If I'm lucky I won't wake up in some janky ass card on my way to die again.
What is the weirdest phobia that you have?
Swallowing one of my hairs and having to pull it out of my throat.
Driving. I always think road accidents are like in the movies. Cars flying and flipping over, ending in a fiery inferno. I'm terrified that I'll go to a threesome and the other 2 people will ignore me completely. Not me, but someone I know has an intense phobia of fruits.